The days after the peace talks were full of hope, but Leo and Arya knew the galaxy was never truly quiet. Commander Ralvek had agreed to a temporary truce, but many forces still watched closely, ready to act if they saw weakness. Back at the Valorian Palace, Leo had grown into his role as Arya's bonded partner. The Makarthal bond was no longer just a ceremony. It was a real connection between two people from different worlds. They shared thoughts, feelings, and sometimes even dreams, learning to understand each other deeply. One evening, as the twin moons rose over Valoria, Leo sat with Arya in the palace gardens. The glowing plants lit their faces softly. "We've come far," Leo said quietly. "But I worry. The peace could break at any moment." Arya nodded. "I feel the same, but we must be strong. Our bond gives us power." Leo looked into her eyes. "We can't do it alone. We need others to believe in us, to believe in this new way." Arya smiled. "Then we must show them, together." The next challenge came suddenly. Scouts from the outer systems reported that a pirate fleet, known as the Black Serpents, was heading toward Valoria. They wanted to steal the energy crystals and disrupt the fragile peace. King Terran called an emergency meeting. The Black Serpents were ruthless and powerful. If they attacked, war would be unavoidable. Leo raised his voice. "I have an idea. What if we don't fight them head-on? We can use our new technology and the bond between us to outsmart them." Arya agreed. "We can create a defensive network using the energy crystals in new ways." The council listened carefully. Some were skeptical but willing to try. Leo, Arya, and Valorian engineers worked day and night. They combined Earth's technology with Valorian crystals to build a network of energy shields and traps. These defenses could confuse and trap enemy ships without destroying them. As the Black Serpents approached, Valoria's skies lit up with glowing barriers. The pirates were surprised and struggled to break through. Leo and Arya coordinated the defense from the palace control room. They shared ideas instantly through the Makarthal bond. "We're doing it," Arya said, her voice steady. Leo smiled. "This is our strength." The pirates, confused and trapped, had no choice but to retreat. The victory was peaceful, but powerful. King Terran praised Leo and Arya. "Your bond has saved Valoria and shown the galaxy a new way to fight, not with destruction, but with unity." News of the victory spread quickly. More systems began to send envoys to Valoria, interested in joining this new alliance. But the biggest test came when Commander Ralvek returned, not as an enemy, but as an ally. He had seen the strength of Leo and Arya's partnership, and the power of peace. Ralvek met with King Terran and Leo privately. "You have taught me much," Ralvek said. "I see now that strength comes from trust and cooperation, not just weapons." Leo nodded. "Together, we can build a better future." Over time, Leo and Arya traveled to other planets, sharing their story and technology. Their bond inspired many to believe that different species could live and grow together. One day, as they stood on the bridge of a Valorian ship looking at the stars, Arya took Leo's hand. "We started as strangers," she said. "But now, we are more. We are a bridge between worlds." Leo smiled. "And this is just the beginning." The galaxy was changing. Old conflicts were fading as new friendships grew. Leo and Arya's bond was a symbol of hope, courage, and unity. They had faced danger, doubt, and difference, and won. Together they would continue to protect their people and explore the endless possibilities of the stars. The days after the Makarthal ceremony passed quietly at first, but Leo and Arya both knew peace would not last forever. The galaxy was full of powerful forces and secrets. Valoria's unique energy crystals, shining gems that powered their AI, technology, and cities were highly valuable. Many species wanted control of these resources. One morning, as Leo and Arya walked through the palace gardens, a royal messenger arrived with urgent news. The neighboring system of Draven, ruled by a strict and ambitious commander named Ralvek, had sent a fleet near Valoria's border. Their ships were large and heavily armed. King Terran gathered his council immediately. The room buzzed with tension. "This is a challenge," the king said gravely. "Draven wants to claim our energy resources. They believe we are weak because of our alliance with humans." Leo listened carefully. He knew this was serious. War could destroy everything Valoria had built. Arya stood by her father's side. "We must show strength, but also find a way to avoid fighting." The council debated. Some wanted to send warships to defend Valoria's borders. Others feared this could start a large battle. Leo raised his hand. "May I speak?" All eyes turned to him. He felt nervous but steady. "I have an idea," he said. "On Earth, we solve conflicts not just by force, but by talking and finding new solutions. Maybe we can offer Draven something they want without fighting." King Terran nodded. "Tell us." Leo explained a plan to combine Valoria's energy crystals with Earth's technology in a new way. They could create devices to share power more efficiently, making the crystals more valuable. This would benefit Draven if they agreed to peace. Arya added, "We can invite Commander Ralvek to talks and show them the benefits of cooperation." The council was surprised but interested. "We will try this path," King Terran said. The next days were full of preparation. Leo and Arya worked together on the new technology. Using Valorian crystals and Earth's mechanical designs, they built a prototype device that could improve energy use and reduce waste. In the palace lab, Leo carefully adjusted parts while Arya monitored the crystal's energy flow. "This could change everything," Arya said, her eyes bright with hope. Leo smiled. "It's a chance for peace, and a way to prove humans can help." Meanwhile, word of Valoria's new alliance and technology spread through the galaxy. Some admired the cooperation. Others, like Commander Ralvek, saw it as a threat. Ralvek's fleet moved closer to Valoria's borders. His warships cast long shadows in space. One night, Leo and Arya stood on the palace balcony watching the stars. "Do you think Ralvek will come to talk?" Leo asked. Arya sighed. "I hope so. But he is proud and may think we are weak." Leo took her hand. "We have to be ready." When the day of the talks arrived, a sleek ship from Draven landed near the palace. Commander Ralvek stepped out, tall and stern, his dark armor shining. King Terran welcomed him. "Commander Ralvek, we offer peace and cooperation." Ralvek looked at Leo. "A human engineer here? This surprises me." Leo stood tall. "I am here to help." The talks were tense. Ralvek demanded Valoria's energy crystals without sharing. Leo and Arya explained their plan. The new technology would increase the value of the crystals and benefit all planets involved. Ralvek considered this. His expression softened slightly. "Show me this technology," he said. Leo and Arya led Ralvek to the lab. They demonstrated the energy device, which glowed with power but used much less crystal. Ralvek watched closely. "This is impressive," Arya added. "If we share knowledge and resources, our systems will be stronger together." Ralvek nodded slowly. "Perhaps this alliance has value." Back in the council room, the mood changed. Diplomats began discussing trade and cooperation instead of war. King Terran smiled. "Thanks to Leo and Arya's efforts, we may have avoided battle." Leo felt proud. His ideas and bond with Arya had made a difference. But peace was fragile. A few in the council still feared humans and outsiders. Some whispered that the alliance could make Valoria vulnerable. Leo knew that trust was hard to earn. He and Arya continued to work closely, building their bond stronger with every challenge. One evening, Arya said, "The galaxy is watching us, Leo. If we succeed, it will show that different worlds can unite." Leo nodded. "And if we fail?" Arya smiled softly. "Then we learn and try again." Their partnership became a symbol of hope across many planets. News of their cooperation inspired others to seek peace instead of conflict. Leo thought about Earth, his home, and the future he now shared with Valoria. The journey was not easy, but with Arya by his side, he believed anything was possible. As stars shone over the palace, Leo and Arya stood together, ready to face the challenges ahead, united, strong and hopeful. After the Makarthal ceremony, Leo felt both honored and nervous. The bond with Princess Arya was real now, but it also meant he had much to learn. Valoria was a world very different from Earth, and understanding its people and traditions was not easy. The palace was busy with preparations for the coming days. Leo was invited to join Arya's daily lessons with Valorian tutors. These lessons were about history, language, customs, and technology, everything a bonded partner should know. One morning, Leo walked into a bright room filled with glowing screens and floating holograms. Arya was already there, smiling. "Good." "Morning, Leo," she said. "Today you will learn about our history and our technology. I think you will like it." Leo smiled back. "I'm ready. Teach me." Their tutor, a calm and wise Valorian named Seelan, began by showing holograms of Valoria's past. Leo watched images of great explorers, wars, and inventions. He saw how the Valorians survived harsh climates and built a civilization based on balance with nature and technology. "This is very different from Earth," Leo said. "Your people have lived here for thousands of years?" "Yes," Seelan replied. "We value the harmony between our technology and the world around us. This is why we protect our environment carefully," Arya added, "and we believe that technology must serve the good of all, not just power or money." Leo thought about Earth's struggles with pollution and war. He realized that humans had much to learn from Valoria's approach. As days passed, Leo also faced challenges. Valorian culture had many unspoken rules. For example, showing emotions openly was rare. Respect was shown through quiet gestures and precise language. One evening, Leo accidentally laughed loudly during a serious discussion with Valorian officials. The room fell silent and Leo felt embarrassed. Arya smiled kindly. "It's okay, Leo. You are human, and your ways are different. But here, we speak with respect and calm." Leo nodded. "I will try to understand better." Arya took his hand gently. "And I will help you. We are bonded now. We learn together." Outside the palace, the city of Valoria was a mix of old and new. Towering crystal buildings stood beside lush gardens. Robots and humans, aliens and Valorians walked the streets peacefully. One afternoon, Arya took Leo on a tour of the city. They visited a market filled with colorful fruits and strange gadgets. Leo marveled at the blend of technology and nature. "Valoria is beautiful," Leo said. "It feels alive." Arya nodded. "We protect this balance because it is our home." As they walked, they met people who were curious about Leo. Some smiled warmly, others looked skeptical. Leo knew that not everyone trusted humans yet. At a quiet cafe, Arya and Leo talked about their worlds. "Do you think humans and Valorians can truly understand each other?" Leo asked. Arya thought for a moment. "It will take time, but we have started something important. Our bond is a symbol for peace." Leo smiled. "I want to be part of that future." One night, Leo struggled to sleep. His mind raced with questions. Was he ready to face the responsibilities of his new role? How could he help bridge two very different worlds? Suddenly, a soft voice broke the silence. "Leo, It was Arya, standing by his door. "I thought you might need some company," she said softly. Leo smiled and invited her in. They sat together looking out at the twin moons glowing over Valoria. "Tell me about Earth," Arya said. "What is it like where you come from?" Leo spoke about the oceans, mountains, and cities of Earth. He told stories of human kindness, creativity, and the struggles they faced. Arya listened closely, her eyes wide with wonder. "It sounds like a very different place," she said. "But I see that humans have great strength." Leo looked at her. "And Valorians have wisdom I admire." They shared a quiet moment, feeling the bond between them grow stronger. Days turned into weeks. Leo and Arya faced small trials together, learning to communicate clearly, balancing traditions, and building trust. They discovered that their differences were also their strengths. Leo introduced Arya to some human ideas, like teamwork and improvisation. Arya showed Leo the value of patience and harmony. One afternoon, during a technology demonstration, Leo surprised everyone by combining Earth's mechanical design with Valorian energy crystals. The result was a powerful but elegant new device. That impressed the court. King Terran smiled proudly. "You both bring new strength to Valoria." But not everyone was happy. Some nobles whispered behind closed doors. They saw Leo as an outsider who could disrupt Valorian ways. A council member named Varn spoke quietly to a group. "We must be cautious. The humans are unpredictable. This bond may bring danger." Word of this reached Leo. He felt uneasy, but did not want to lose hope. He went to Arya. "Some do not trust me." Arya took his hands. "They will learn. Trust takes time, but our bond is real." Leo nodded. "I will prove that humans can be good allies." Together, they prepared for the challenges ahead. Their bond was more than tradition. It was a new path for two worlds to walk as one. Leo stood in the grand hall of the Valorian palace, his heart beating fast. The walls around him shimmered softly with light from crystal panels, and the air smelled of fresh flowers and something like clean metal. This place was nothing like the space station he knew. It was bigger, older, and full of stories in every corner. King Terran sat on his high throne, watching Leo with calm eyes. Princess Arya stood beside him, her expression kind but serious. The king's voice filled the room. "Leo, you must understand the importance of what you did," King Terran said. "Saving Arya was no small thing. She is not just my daughter. She is the future of Valoria. The bond I ask you to make is a sacred promise between us." Leo swallowed hard. "I want to respect your traditions, Your Majesty." "But what exactly is this bond?" The king smiled gently. "It is called the Makarthal, a ceremony where two souls join to share their strengths and protect each other. It is more than a marriage or friendship. It is a commitment to unite families, and sometimes even planets." Princess Arya nodded. "The Makarthal is how we build trust. It shows that two different beings can stand together in peace. It will not change who you are, Leo, but it will connect your life with mine." Leo thought about his quiet life on Earth and the simple routines he loved. Now he was being asked to join a ceremony that would change his destiny forever. He felt nervous but also curious. I don't know if I am ready for something like this," Leo said honestly. "I've never been part of anything like this before." King Terran's eyes softened. "That is why this is important. It is not just a tradition. It is a way to show that humans, too, can be trusted allies. You saved my daughter with your courage and quick mind. This bond will prove that your people can be part of our future." Arya stepped closer to Leo. "I will help you learn everything. We will take this journey together." Leo looked at her and saw hope shining in her eyes. He smiled back. "Okay, I will do my best. The next few days were a whirlwind of preparations. Leo was introduced to the palace's many customs. He learned about Valorian history, their language, and the meaning behind the Makarthal ceremony. At first, Leo felt out of place. The Valorians moved with grace and spoke in a poetic style. Their way of thinking was different from humans, but Leo's genuine curiosity and kindness won respect. Arya often stayed by his side, explaining things patiently. One afternoon, Arya took Leo to the palace gardens. The gardens were vast, with glowing plants and gentle waterfalls. The air buzzed with soft music created by tiny floating instruments. "Leo," Arya said softly, "the bond is not just about ceremony. It is about learning to see the world through each other's eyes." Leo looked at her. "I want to understand. Tell me what it means to be Valorian." Arya smiled. "We value balance between strength and kindness, technology and nature. We believe every action affects the whole. That is why the bond is so powerful. It connects us deeply." Leo nodded. "On Earth, we believe in progress and helping each other survive. Maybe that's why you see us as less advanced. But I think we have more in common than you realize." Arya's eyes brightened. "I want to learn about your world, Leo. Maybe one day we can bring our people closer." Back in the palace, King Taran prepared for the official Makarthal ceremony. He called together his council and told them about Leo's bravery and the new alliance. Some members were doubtful. Humans were still unknown to many, but the king's words carried weight. On the morning of the ceremony, Leo dressed in traditional Valorian clothes. The fabric shimmered with tiny lights, making him look like part of the palace itself. He felt strange, but proud. Arya was also dressed in ceremonial robes, her usual sharp eyes soft with trust. The ceremony began in a grand hall filled with Valorian nobles and ambassadors from nearby star systems. The air was filled with music and chants in the Valorian tongue. A priestess stepped forward, explaining the meaning of the Makarthal in both Valorian and the common language used by all species. "This bond is a promise of peace and protection," the priestess said. "It is a light that shines across the stars, connecting hearts and worlds." Leo and Arya faced each other and held hands. A gentle glow spread from their palms, rising like a soft flame around them. It was a symbol of the bond forming between two souls. Leo felt warmth and calm wash over him. It was like nothing he had ever experienced. He looked into Arya's eyes and saw his own hope reflected back. When the ceremony ended, King Taran stepped forward. "From this day, Leo, you are part of our family. Your courage and heart have earned the trust of Valoria. Together, we will face the future." The crowd applauded. Leo felt a new strength within himself. In the days after the ceremony, Leo and Arya spent more time together, exploring the palace and learning from each other. They shared stories about Earth and Valoria, laughed at their differences, and found new ways to understand. Leo began to see the galaxy in a new light. It was not just about power or technology, it was about connection, respect, and hope. One evening, Arya showed Leo a secret room in the palace filled with ancient Valorian artifacts and star maps. "These show the history of our people and the paths we have taken," she explained. "I want to share this with you because now our stories are linked." Leo traced the glowing lines on the maps, imagining all the worlds waiting to be explored. "There is so much we can do together." Arya nodded. "And this bond will guide us." But even as Leo felt hope, he knew challenges awaited. Not everyone in the galaxy would accept this new alliance. Some saw humans as weak or dangerous. Others wanted Valoria's resources for themselves. Leo understood that saving the princess was only the beginning. Now, he had to prove that humans could stand strong, side by side with Valorians, against whatever came next. As he looked out at the stars beyond the palace windows, Leo made a quiet promise to himself. He would not let this chance slip away. He would protect Arya, honor the bond, and show the galaxy the strength of humanity. Leo was an ordinary man from Earth. He worked as an engineer on a busy space station called Horizon, which orbited a beautiful planet named Valoria. Valoria was the home of a proud alien race known as the Valorians. They were tall, graceful, and had bright blue skin that shimmered under the light of their twin suns. Leo loved his job. He fixed machines, helped design new technology, and sometimes went on missions to repair satellites or space shuttles. Life on Horizon was quiet but interesting. It was a place where many species met and worked together. Still, humans like Leo were seen as less advanced by most of the alien races. On one sunny morning, Leo arrived at the docking bay to start his day. The air was filled with the hum of engines and chatter in many languages. Today was different, though. The station was full of excitement because Princess Arya, the young daughter of King Taran of Valoria, was visiting. Arya was known for her kindness and sharp mind. She was studying how to help her people with new technology and always wanted to learn more about other worlds. But she was also very careful, following strict rules of the royal court. Leo watched as the royal shuttle prepared for a short flight from Horizon to Valoria's surface. The shuttle was sleek and fast, designed for safety and speed. Suddenly, an alarm blared. The shuttle's engines faltered, and it began to shake violently. Everyone froze. The shuttle was losing control and headed towards a dangerous part of space filled with debris from old satellites. Leo's heart raced. He had trained for emergencies but never imagined saving a princess. Without thinking twice, Leo grabbed his emergency repair kit and ran toward the control room. He could see the shuttle through the large observation window, spinning out of control. "Princess Arya is on board," a voice shouted nearby. Leo nodded. He knew he had to act fast. Using the station's control panels, Leo accessed the shuttle's system remotely. The computers were complex, but Leo's human experience with problem-solving gave him an edge. He found a way to reroute power to the main engines, hoping to stabilize the shuttle. Minutes felt like hours. The shuttle drifted closer to the debris field. If it crashed, the princess would be lost. Suddenly, the shuttle's engines roared back to life. It steadied, but not completely. Leo made a risky choice. He activated the station's robotic arm to reach the shuttle and pull it away from danger. The robotic arm moved slowly but steadily. The station's crew held their breath. With careful precision, the arm grabbed the shuttle and pulled it back into safe space. Cheers erupted. The shuttle was saved. Leo ran to the docking bay as the shuttle touched down. The hatch opened, and out stepped Princess Arya, unharmed but shaken. She looked at Leo with wide eyes. "Thank you," she said softly. "You saved my life." Leo smiled, feeling shy. "I'm just glad you're safe." Word of Leo's brave act spread quickly. The station commander praised him for his quick thinking. But more importantly, the news reached King Taran. The king sent a message requesting Leo meet with him and the princess on Valoria's palace. Leo was nervous. He didn't know what to expect. Humans had never been close to Valorian royalty before. The journey to Valoria was breathtaking. The planet was covered with glowing forests, crystal mountains, and cities that sparkled under twin suns. When Leo arrived at the palace, he was greeted by tall guards and elegant halls filled with art and history. King Taran was a strong, wise leader with deep blue skin and eyes full of curiosity. He looked at Leo carefully. "You have done a great service to my daughter and our people," the king said. "For that I thank you." Leo bowed respectfully. "It was my duty," the king continued. "In Valorian tradition, When someone saves a royal life, a special bond must be made. This bond unites families and worlds. It shows trust and respect. Leo blinked. A bond. Yes, the king said with a smile. It is a ceremony and a promise. You will learn our ways, and Princess Arya will learn yours. Together, you will represent the strength of unity. Leo felt surprised. This was more than he expected. Princess Arya stepped forward. Leo, I hope this bond will help us understand each other better. There is much to learn about your world and mine. Leo nodded slowly. I want that too. As the sun set over Valoria, Leo looked at the stars. His life had changed forever. From a simple engineer, he was now part of a story that could bring two worlds together. He didn't know the challenges ahead, but he was ready to face them.